King of Dancehall, Vybz Kartel had an interview with St. Vincent Times. And this is what he had to say, a message to the youths.
Time is precious. And as much as you can, stay out of bad energy. Because sometimes you know, you just step on a corner with your little school friend, you know, and you don't know your school friend a gunman, you know.
As you come on to the page, kindly hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. And don't forget to put on the notification bell so you can be notified when I drop the next video. Thank you.
A man come and fire me a shot and you did all your school friends escape, you know. So as much as you can, you stay with a negative energy. And just know that time is precious. And when it's gone, you can't get it back. You know, that's the biggest lesson.
You have any political aspirations?
Well, one thing I know, if I run for MP, I can't lose. That's what I'm sure about. And I could leave it at that.
What would be the first thing that would occur to you to say to people based on the accumulated experience of 13 years in prison?
Time is so precious. You can't get it back. You can't get back money. Because I say, if I come from prison, the amount of money when I get back. Although I never broke, the amount of money I have to spend for fight that case. Yeah. As enough as it is, I must make it back already. But to me, the money not evil. I said just for evil, hold my granddaughter and my aunt and them things there. Them things right now important to me. Set me free. Hey, here. Y'all run down the Gaza youth. What you expect me to do? Love them, tender touch them, but I see them every day. I'm out.
So that is the positive message Vybz Kartel sent his fans. Stay positive, stay out of trouble. Don't hang around with a bad crowd. But to tell you the truth, folks, I'm still getting used to this new face that he's got. I'm not used to the face yet. I don't know about you folks. I heard some people saying they let out the wrong man. That is not Vybz Kartel. That is Vybz Kartel. That is what these diseases do to you. They change up your appearance. He's all swollen and he's unrecognizable. People don't recognize him. They recognize the old face. But it goes back to the type of disease he have. So I have to get used to his face, like a lot of his fans. I guess if he had shown us over the years his progression from how he was to how he is now, if we had seen the in-between, how he progressed to this state, we wouldn't have been so shocked and it wouldn't have been so incredible and hard to believe. But now, we remember him when he went into prison almost 13 years ago, and now he's coming out with a new face. We can't recognize it, but it is what it is. We got to accept it. That is Vybz Kartel. That is the new face. You know, sometimes we tend to see the changes on another person in 13 years, but we don't see ourselves changing in 13 years. You were not the same 13 years ago either. Vybz Kartel has grown up from that young youth into a man. Now he's a full-grown man. His features has changed. He has gained some weight. He has receded. It looks like if his hairline has receded a little bit. He's not as well-groomed as he used to be. Because remember, he was locked up in prison. And plus, his disease, this grave disease, has gotten his face all swollen. Some people even say the voice is different. Well, for 13 years he's been locked up. Of course he's going to change in many ways, including the voice. That may change also. For many of us, we don't have the same voices as we had 13 years ago, let's say. Definitely not as a teenager to now. Now that you're a middle-aged person, for those of you who are middle-aged, your voice tends to change over a period of time. Same with Vybz Kartel. So this person coming out of prison, the voice has changed a little bit. The face has definitely changed. But that is part of him growing into who he is as a grown adult who is suffering from Graves' disease, along with other complications. Like I believe they said he have a heart disease also. So let's get into what Graves' disease really is.
Graves' disease is an illness that affects the thyroid gland, which regulates metabolism and many other physical functions. Although Graves' disease is often referred to as hyperthyroidism, it is not exactly the same thing. Although hyperthyroidism is present in the condition, the illness affects primarily women above the age of 35. The condition is usually treated by redressing the imbalance in the hormones, and it may take some time and trial and error before symptoms of Graves' disease are eliminated. Some of these symptoms can include heart palpitations, dramatic weight loss, eye problems, skin irritation, goiters, and sensitivity to heat. There can be a number of other symptoms, including irregular menstruation, erectile dysfunction, and insomnia. Difficulties with the eyes are often reported symptoms of Graves' disease. These problems can range from redness and irritation to bulging eyes and serious complications that can develop over a period of weeks, months, or even years. Among the first issues with the eyes that you may notice is sensitivity to the light. This can happen in artificial light or when exposed to the sun. Your eyes may tear up easily and be excessively moist. The eyes may also bulge and protrude forward. There are some conditions that affect the eye that is associated with Graves' disease. These include Graves' orbitopathy or Graves' ophthalmopathy. Graves' orbitopathy is an autoimmune disorder that results from Graves' disease. If you suspect you may have eye complications from Graves' disease, an eye doctor can examine your eyes to see if there is characteristic swelling of the eye muscle and surrounding tissue. Goiters. Goiters are among the most visible symptoms of Graves' disease. They consist of swollen thyroid glands, often in the neck. Goiters can be quite small or they can develop into large swellings. They may be accompanied by discomfort such as difficulty swallowing and breathing or can have few serious symptoms. The thyroid gland is shaped like a butterfly and is positioned around the Adam's apple. A goiter forms when this gland is swollen as the result of Graves' disease or iodine deficiency. When a goiter develops as the result of Graves' disease, antibodies that are released from the immune system erroneously attack the thyroid gland. As a result, the thyroid produces excessive amounts of the hormone thyroxine. Since hormonal imbalance created the goiter in the case of Graves' disease, a treatment that redresses the hormonal imbalance can help make the goiter disappear. Your doctor can suggest the best course of treatment if you have a goiter produced by Graves' disease. Skin problems. In addition to issues with the eyes, skin problems can also be the result of Graves' disease. You may notice that your skin feels red and itchy and may dismiss the symptoms as an ordinary rash. However, in the case of Graves' disease, this redness occurs in certain places and has a specific root cause. You may notice red bumps on the shins and the top of the feet. You may notice a thickness to the skin, like a fruit peel. These skin problems in the case of Graves' disease are the result of the buildup of carbohydrates under the skin. The presence of excessive carbohydrates may also lead to vision problems. This problem is often referred to as Graves' dermopathy. This skin issue can be treated through a general treatment of Graves' disease. Increased sensitivity to heat. Graves' disease can cause eye problems and sensitivity to the light, but you may also find that you feel greater sensitivity to heat as well. Since one of the main functions of the thyroid gland is regulation of the metabolism, the way the body deals with heat can be affected by the thyroid. When the thyroid and metabolism are working well, it helps maintain the basal metabolic rate. Hypothyroidism may cause people to feel overly sensitive to the cold. However, hyperthyroidism caused by conditions such as Graves' disease can hinder the body from dealing with heat normally. This heat sensitivity can be dealt with by treating the hormonal issues created by Graves' disease. However, to keep you comfortable until the symptoms disappear, drink plenty of cold beverages, especially water, stay in the shade and use electric fans to stay cool. Carry a spray bottle and cool off by spraying your face with cold water. Heart palpitations. Problems with the thyroid gland can have an impact on the heart, and a common symptom is an increased heart rate or heart palpitations. These may be occasional and be accompanied by feelings of anxiety or can happen more frequently. In extreme cases, Graves' disease can be accompanied by atrial fibrillation or an irregular heartbeat, which can lead to thrombosis or blood clots. The first signs of heart issues may be characterized by breathlessness and irregular heartbeat. You may find that it is difficult for your heart rate to return to its resting place after exertion. It may be hard to tell whether heart issues have developed with age and family history or are the result of hyperthyroidism. You may find that treatment for Graves' disease may ease symptoms or you may need targeted heart treatment. It is important to engage in heart-healthy activities such as mild exercise and to eat heart-friendly foods. Dramatic weight loss. Many people are trying to lose weight, but unwanted weight loss can be unhealthy and in some cases, dangerous. Graves' disease affects the thyroid gland which regulates metabolism. This may cause your body to burn calories more quickly and can cause you to shed pounds even if you increase your caloric intake. If this happens, you will want to include more calories in your diet and avoid excessive exercise that can burn calories. Once you take medication for Graves' disease, you may find that you will start gaining weight.
According to the Mayo Clinic.
If this starts happening too quickly, check with your doctor to ensure the proper dosage. As a result, they may still have no interest in sex. Doctors may have to issue hormone replacement therapy for help with restarting the sex drive in affected men. Although the thyroid gland produces hormones that regulate the metabolism, there are other hormones that affect the hormone besides those produced by the thyroid gland. Therefore, medicating the thyroid gland may not resolve the problem with weight loss immediately, but it is likely to have an effect.
According to the Mayo Clinic.
Digestive system disorders. A patient dealing with the effects of Graves' disease may also experience changes in their digestive system. As a result of the infection, the patient may find that they develop an increase in bowel movements during the day. In most cases, this is not a cause for concern. However, the changes may increase to the stage where the body is not assimilating enough nutrients from your meals before excreting the waste. As a result, the patient may develop mineral and vitamin deficiencies. Patients with Graves' disease may also notice that they start to create gastric cramping and bloat as the disease progresses in the digestive system. Anxiety. In addition to the physical symptoms that accompany Graves' disease, there are also emotional and psychological effects. Hyperthyroidism is often characterized by anxiety, moodiness, and irritability. You may have difficulty sleeping or find it hard to concentrate. In addition to psychological effects as the natural result of physical symptoms of Graves' disease, anxiety and mood problems can also be the result of the side effects of Graves' disease medications. Graves' disease may cause changes in the health of the gut microbiome, the trillions of live bacteria living in your GI tract. These biomes are responsible for many vital metabolic functions, and when in a dysfunctional state, the lack of biome activity can cause numerous health problems affecting every biological system in the body. Beta blockers are steroids meant to slow down your system as the result of hyperthyroidism can lead to depression, fatigue, and sluggishness.
According to the Mayo Clinic.
In addition, if you have a high-stress job or an anxiety-ridden personal life, your symptoms can be aggravated. Tremors. It is estimated that among those with Graves' disease, 75% have some form of tremors at some point. These tremors often are experienced in the hands but may also be experienced in other parts of the body. Tremors are characterized by uncontrollable shaking. The cause of the tremors is the metabolic irregularity associated with thyroid malfunction and Graves' disease. Fatigue. Patients with Graves' disease may find that they notice the slow onset of fatigue as the disease progresses. Fatigue is a persistent feeling of tiredness that you can't seem to shake. It doesn't matter how many energy drinks or cups of coffee you drink, the fatigue persists. Patients with fatigue may notice that they start to feel tired during the day when they would otherwise be full of energy. An increased metabolism of dopamine can be responsible for tremors.
According to the Mayo Clinic.
The tremors can be aggravated by increased anxiety often accompanies hyperthyroidism. In addition, heart palpitations can also intensify the actual tremors or at least the perception of them. This feeling of fatigue increases with each passing day until the patient no longer feels like they can get out of bed in the morning. Patients with extreme levels of fatigue may find that they feel like falling asleep all of the time. However, sleep does not rejuvenate the mind, and the fatigue continues. The tremors may go away with the treatment of Graves' disease, or you may require medication to deal specifically with the tremors. Make sure that whatever medication you take does not interfere with the medicine you are taking for Graves' disease. The thyroid controls the pace of your metabolism. Patients with Graves' disease experience a slowdown of thyroid hormone production, leaving them feeling fatigued.
According to the Mayo Clinic.
Doctors can treat this symptom using hormone replacement therapy to balance hormone production in the thyroid. Erectile dysfunction. Men who are living with the effects of Graves' disease may notice that they experience changes in their sex drive. The patient may suffer from reduced libido and lose interest in sex, much to the frustration of their partner. Graves' dermopathy. Graves' disease affects many different regions and biological systems in the body. We have already discussed the impact of the disease on the eye, but Graves' may also affect the health of your skin as well. ED is often a symptom of an underlying health condition. However, most doctors see it as a sign of a cardiovascular issue, and they may have to rule out this as a contributing factor before they look for other causes of erectile dysfunction in the patient. The autoimmune disorder may attack healthy skin cells in the epidermis, causing the onset of Graves' dermopathy. Patients who are suffering from the effects of this skin disorder notice that they develop a thickening of the skin, along with small bumps on the surface of the affected area. The skin may change color, turning reddish or bright pink, and the skin feels rough to the touch. Patients with Graves' dermopathy find the most common regions of the body for rashes to develop are on the tops of the feet and the shins. Unfortunately, there are nothing doctors can do to treat this rash, and the patient will have to wait for it to subside by itself. In some cases, the rash may last for a few days, while others experience the rash hanging around for months. Complications. Some patients may experience other health complications related to the onset of Graves' disease. Some of the more common complications associated with the condition are the following. Graves' disease can result in the development of rhythm disorders in the heart. The condition may cause changes in heart function, resulting in the inability to pump blood around the body, resulting in congestive heart failure. Thyroid storm. This is an uncommon disorder in patients dealing with thyroid problems. This storm may result in the development of various adverse health issues, such as brittle bones, fever, chills, sweating, vomiting, low blood pressure, jaundice, and even coma. If you have any concerns or questions about your health, you should always consult with a physician or other health care professional.
As you leave the page, don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you for watching.